Well, a very beautiful evening this evening. Welcome to the program. This is Spotlight with Chinaza on Kaftan Television here in Abuja, where we are reaching you from, and I am Chinaza Asi. Well, today let's look at the dimension of the 2027 general election, and as Nigeria edge closer to 2027 general election, the opposition landscape is looking, some say, it does look like opposition are not fully prepared for the next coming election because of the lack of unity we can see within the opposition parties. The African Democratic Congress is currently battling a primary crisis in Kano, Benue, and Adama states, with aspirants rejecting results and alleging parallel exercises. Meanwhile, a very public rift has also opened between Peter Obi and his former ally, Kenneth Okonkwo. Now, the subject of that has also resulted to a subject of a lawsuit. And former Vice President Atiku Abubakar said he is weighing his options, watching closely how the Obi candidacy would shape up. Now, with all this drama, and we are just very close to the general election, how strong do you think the opposition are to challenge the current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Now, let's get into that discussion right after the break, and I'll bring in my guests to help us dissect all of that. To stay with us. Welcome back from that break, and if you're still watching, this is Spotlight with Chinaza on Kaftan Television here. Now the question tonight is, can Nigeria opposition party find common ground before the 2027 general election, or is a fragmentation now the defining story of the race to unseat the ruling party? That's where our discussion. And with me this evening, I have Da Silva Saheed Olayinka, who is a political affairs analyst. He helps us make sense out of this whole issue. A very beautiful evening, and thank you very much for coming. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio. Well, before we get into the discussion, give me a perspective of what you think the 2027 general election is beginning to look like, or is looking like, between the opposition and the current government of the day.
Thank you very much again, Mrs. Chinasa, for having me. Good evening, our esteemed viewers. Good evening, Nigerians. Yeah, very good question. But before I respond to your question, I think I want to commend the INEC, the electoral umpire, for ensuring that the primary election, ensure that the primary election took place successfully without shifting the date that is stipulated in the new electoral law that was signed by Mr. President on, I think, on the 16th of February this year. You know, there was a lot of pressure from the opposition, you know, for INEC to shift or to postpone the primary election because of their hiccups, the internal wranglings that they were having. But INEC stood its ground because they felt that doing that will affect the preparation and the preparedness of the commission. Now, let me now go back to your question. You see, when you look at the opposition, you begin to ask yourself, do we really have opposition in Nigeria? Let's just be frank, let's be realistic with ourselves and be objective. Do we really have opposition? Look at what is happening. This is not what we had in 2015 before APC dislodged the then government of PDP, Jonathan. Okay. See, the opposition, they are not playing their role as opposition as far as I'm concerned. And people like we are worried. You understand? They are not playing their role. Because when you look at the hiccups that greeted their primary election, even before the primary election, you saw a lot of crises here and there. You know, you saw Obi moving out of ADC to join NDC. You see fragmentation here and there. And you cannot blame this problem on the ruling party. You can't hold ruling party for your problem. It is your.
But some people have accused the current government of the day of dismantling or trying to disorganize the opposition party.
No. I cannot buy into that school of thought.
So why do you think so?
The reason is that every political party, they have what we call National Working Committee, which they also have a board of trustees. They have National Executive Council. You see, these three organs, they are very, very powerful. Very, very strong organ. You understand? Now, when you look at it, then you now ask yourself, okay, you see in the same ruling party, you see some leaders in the ruling party, they don't want to, adhere to the constitution of the party. And you see the party will just be looking as if they don't have constitution, as if they cannot deal with such members or leaders. They have in every organization, if there is no law that governs that organization, the organization is bound to collapse. That is the truth. And it's not President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or the ruling party that choose the leadership of those opposition parties. It is not. They choose, like for instance, the ADC, for instance. When you look at the crisis, in fact, their case is still in the court. It has not been resolved up to today. The Nofi Bala fashion and then the David Mark led fashion, they are at loggerhead. Before somebody like us thought that before the article of this world, before Aregbesola of this world, before they moved into that party, they should have done their own work perfect. They should have done their due diligence. You understand? They move in a party that is already immersed in crisis. This crisis in ADC did not start now. It has been there. If you check one of the dailies, one of the national dailies in 2022, their matter was in court. The same thing, it has to do with leadership tussle. You understand? They have internal wranglings before they moved into that party. So Atiku has been in the political space for years, for decades. So somebody I would have thought that Atiku, Obi was there with them. Then David Mark, who was also a former Senate president, they should have done their own work, but they didn't do it. They just moved into a party that is already immersed in crisis. At the end of the day, you now blaming the ruling party for your own problem. So the crisis rocking them is self-caused, as far as I'm concerned. It's self-inflicted. So they should do the needful. They have the organs, they have the bodies. They should come on together.
Now, so sorry to cut you. Talking about Atiku, some analysts said that the ADC, assembled so quickly, citing convenience instead of ideology. But when you look at it, ADC is a political party that's been there for a very long time. Of course. So do you agree with that?
See, ADC. You see, the person that stepped down for David Mark, he has been their national chairman since 2005. Since 2005. Tell me which political party have a national chairman that have been serving them for more than 20 years? No. It's only in ADC. You serve for more than... So there was a time they challenged him. That was I was referring to that daily. That was, I think it was December 4, 2022. They took that man, the Ralph Nwosu, they took him to court because of these shenanigans. And these are the same people Atiku, Hobnob, and all of the Nobnob, and hijacked that party from the original owner of the party. They should have done their own work. I see no reason why the camp of Nofi Bala, I see no reason why Atiku cannot work with the camp of Nofi Bala. But they felt that the boy is they even call him a small boy. Is that how to rule? If you cannot solve a problem in your party, how do we now solve Nigeria's problem? How do you stop Nigeria? How do you solve it? Just party affairs. You cannot put your house in order. No, let's see. We need to agree this way. We need to ask them questions. If you cannot solve, look at Peter Obi too. He just moved. He moved from PDP, from ABGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party, from Labour Party to now ADC, from ADC to NDC. You were in Labour Party. You will enjoy the goodwill of Nigerians in 2023. A lot of people came out and voted, even without having any structure. Instead of it to stay in that party and solve whatever problem that you people were facing, you ran and left the party. Is that how to now, and you are coming out to say you want to solve Nigeria's problem? So you see, these people, I think they need to understand that opposition, the role of opposition is to put the government in power, to come up with a constructive criticism and make sure that they put the government in power on its toes. That is the role of opposition. And for them to do that, there must be cohesion. They must coordinate. There must be unity. You understand? As I speak to you now, even in NDC, there is no unity. You saw when Aisha Yusuf came out and say the party is for former governor of Bayelsa State, Dixon, that he just sat down in his parlor, in his bedroom, and just concocted names. How can a single man party, when you talk of political party is made up of so many people, but a situation whereby you are not having a single man dictating the tune for the party, then Nigeria should be very careful with such party. I'm not the one saying it. Aisha Yusuf said it.
Now, looking at what is going on in the opposition, the crisis, and the fact that we are very close to the general election, how would you say, are you worried about how this affects democracy as a country?
Of course, any reasonable Nigerian, anywhere meaning Nigeria, should be worried with what is happening to opposition. We are worried. Even President Ahmed Tinubu, I know, is a true Democrat. He's a true Democrat. If you recall, this president has a very strong political trajectory. This is the first time we are having a president that is a true Democrat. This is the first time we are having a president that rose through the rank. He was first elected in 1993 as a senator under the Social Democratic Party, SDP, before he became governor in 1999. And he faced a lot of political orders. He faced a lot of problems. You know, then Obasanjo was the president. He was elected under the AD. AD that time was a regional party. He was seen as a Yoruba party. In 2003, he faced a lot of problems. Obasanjo used his power to remove all the governors of AD in Southwest, except Tinubu. So, for somebody like that to pass through that stage, he knows what it means to have a very sound and vibrant opposition. But the opposition should remember that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot come and help them to put their hearts in order. It is not done because he is also a contestant in this race. It is left for them to put their... But I know President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is worried. I know. Because he's a true Democrat. He's not afraid of opposition.
How did you know he's worried?
You know, because like I said, if you look at his political trajectory, this is the first time we'll be having a president that will rise through the rank. This is the first time. I'm telling you. 1993, he was elected senator under SDP. 1999, governor. And he served 2 terms. Before he's going for a second term, he faced a lot of problems. I mean, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because Obasanjo used federal might to remove all the AD governors in the West, Southwest, to be precise, except Lagos, because he stood the ground. He was a lone voice. So President Ahmed Tinubu was a lone voice. He was the one standing for the opposition. So he understands the importance of having a vibrant and a viral opposition. But we should understand again that this president is also a contestant in this race. He cannot come and help them, or he cannot give them idea, or he cannot give them a solution on how to solve on their problem. He can't do that because he's also a contestant. It is left for the opposition to do the needful. They didn't come together. But the way they are doing, it shows that it's a walkover for President Ahmed Tinubu. As far as I'm concerned, that's just the truth. Because you can see fragmentation here and there. You are doing party primaries. You are having how many litigations? Thousands of litigations. There was a former House of Rep member in Edo State, Senator Honorable Johnson Agbomenei. He left APC for NDC, and they promised him because when he was in the House of Rep, he was a very high-ranking member. So they promised him that he's going to get ticket. At the end of the day, they betrayed him, even despite the fact that he won that election. They betrayed him. They didn't give him. So now he's challenging and he said he want to take the party to court. Several people like that in opposition, a party that just came up is not less than 6 months, and they're having this kind of litigations here and there. It's not healthy for our democracy. That's just the truth. But President Tinubu cannot help them to put their house in order. That's the truth. So they need to do the needful. They should do the normal thing. If they give Nigerians a very fantastic and very rancor-free, if they are giving Nigeria a very rancor-free primaries, Nigeria will embrace it. But now Nigerians are complaining with opposition. They are not happy.
Well, some persons are accusing the current government of the day of having something to do with El-Rufai's, arrest at a point in time like this. What is your thought on that? Do you think that maybe members of the APC have a hand in what's going on in El-Rufai's arrest, considering the fact that, this is a very critical time in our political landscape?
You see, one thing we need to understand is that the court has the power to decide El-Rufai's case. We should not listen to the court of public opinion. Of course,
but yes, that's why I said some people are alleging.
Yes, see, the El-Rufai, according to the report, they said he was involved in the financial misconduct. And when such an allegation comes up like that, you have to go and defend yourself. You understand? You defend yourself. You pass through the process. Nigeria is a country that is governed by law. You pass through that process of court. Let the court decide. We have seen a lot of people okay, what about Malami? Where is Malami? Has Malami not been released? He passed through that same process too. But Malami now is contesting for governor of Kebbi State. So I believe if El-Rufai is able to convince the court that he is not involved in any financial mess, they will free him. They will free him. Look at Malami. I remember when Malami case, when he came up, you see a lot of people were just like, why will you be arresting him? Just because he's in opposition? Or maybe according to we heard that some people are saying that they arrested him because he was fingered to be sponsoring the ADC as at that time. That was how he was arrested, according to some school of thought. But at the end of the day, the court vindicated him. Now Malami is contesting for governor of Kebbi State under African Democratic Congress. So if El-Rufai is able to convince the court will free him. You understand? You don't forget, we have three arms of government. We have the executive, we have the legislature, and we have the judiciary. All these three arms of government, they are independent. You understand? It is the court that will decide. If he's able to convince the court that he's not, they will free him. The way they free Malami, I believe they will free him.
Now, very quickly before we go, considering the facts and looking at the states Nigeria is, we have untold hardship. Even though the current administration has said, okay, it's making so much reform and Nigerians should be patient. But 3 years plus, and the first term of this administration is almost coming to an end. Nigerians have seen, like I said, untold hardship. We've seen the hike in PMS, we've seen insecurity, we've seen even to educational sector. Now, the opposition party are having so much crisis, and of course that would affect their stand in 2027 and their what they tend to carry on, their mandate and everything, because like you rightly say, you said a party that cannot coordinate its own house, how will it be able to govern a whole country where we have about over 200 million people in it? But then again, what is the stronger case the APC can make to Nigerians for a renewed mandate, considering the fact that people are saying, this administration have showed us shaggy?
You see, I've traveled a lot, and I usually travel by road. I've visited a lot of states.
Where have you gone to?
I've been to Kaduna. I've been to Bauchi.
When was that? In recent time or?
In recent time, I was in Lagos.
So are you trying to dispute the fact that there is high level of insecurity?
To some extent, the infrastructural development we have witnessed under this government is an electoral asset for them. That's number one. Then number two, I have not come here to campaign for them, but I'm just saying what I have seen. Then number two, when you look at the educational sector, this government, to some extent, they have done a lot. This is the first time we have our university that have not been on strike since 1989. This is the first time. I remember when I was in school. You remember how many times we went on strike? I know you agree with me on that.
Yeah, sure.
You understand? But this is the first time. There was someone, I just came from Jos. I met some students in University of Jos. They are studying law. They are about to finish. They say, "Kai, no, they are not Yorubas." Some of them are Hausa, because I like interacting with people, asking people questions. Some of them are Igbo, some of them are Hausas. They say, they are University of Jos students. They told me, they say, "Kai, no, in terms of education, though, this government has done a lot." They confess. They are not party people. They are not party people. They confess, open their mouth and confess. They say, before now, that they used to go on strike. I say, we experience it too. But since this government assumed office in 2023, ASU has never been on strike. That's a plus for our educational system. And today, our educational system has been ranked among the 1,000 in the world. Unilag was part of the 1,000 university that was ranked, and UI. And it is not ranked by Nigerian, it was ranked by the global body. So what it means is that we are making progress in our educational sector. And I'm so
sorry I have to cut you short. We've definitely run out of time, but we shall bring you back for that conversation. Well, as always, the 2027 general election is still being written. We have just months away to Nigerians get to decide again who gets to rule and govern them and the affairs of the country for another 4 years. But we'll keep bringing you updates regarding that effect of how things are unfolding between political parties and the preparation for the 2027 general election. This is where we'll draw the curtain. We'll see you again on Friday. But until then, keep watching Kaftan Television. Thank you so much, Da Silva Olainka, for your analysis this evening. It's a pleasure to have you. Keep watching Kaftan Television. Coming up next is Automotive. I'm Chinaza Asewu, and may God bless Nigeria.
Senator. It is only in the tenure of Professor Charles Soludo that two sitting members of Anambra State House of Assembly were doing something more. The nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial rebirth. NIGCOM, a nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial rebirth. Welcome to Nigeria's automotive revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, is leading the way with a bold vision to make Nigeria Africa's automotive hub and a mission aligned with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From building homegrown capacity to promoting local manufacturing to embracing clean mobility and electric innovation, NADDC is creating jobs, empowering youth, and opening doors for investors. This is industrial rebirth in motion. Cleaner, smarter, locally built. The road ahead is clear. The engine is running. The destination, a prosperous, self-reliant Nigeria. This is Automotive Hour, powered by NADDC, driving Nigeria's future. Engineered for progress. Learn more at www.naddc.gov.ng. A nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial rebirth. Welcome to Nigeria's automotive revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, is leading the way with a bold vision to make Nigeria Africa's automotive hub and a mission aligned with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From building homegrown capacity to promoting local manufacturing to embracing clean mobility and electric innovation, NADDC is creating jobs, empowering youth, and opening doors for investors. This is industrial rebirth in motion. Cleaner, smarter, locally built. The road ahead is clear. The engine is running. The destination, a prosperous, self-reliant Nigeria. This is Automotive Hour, powered by NADDC, driving Nigeria's future. Engineered for progress. Learn more at www.naddc.gov.ng. A nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial rebirth. Welcome to Nigeria's automotive revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, is leading the way with a bold vision to make Nigeria Africa's automotive hub and a mission aligned with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From building homegrown capacity to promoting local manufacturing to embracing clean mobility and electric innovation, NADDC is creating jobs, empowering youth, and opening doors for investors. This is industrial rebirth in motion. Cleaner, smarter, locally built. The road ahead is clear. The engine is running. The destination, a prosperous, self-reliant Nigeria. This is Automotive Hour, powered by NADDC, driving Nigeria's future. Engineered for progress. Learn more at www.naddc.gov.ng. A nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial wealth. Welcome. Revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council (NADDC) is leading the way with a bold vision to make Nigeria Africa's automotive hub and a mission aligned with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From building homegrown capacity to promoting local manufacturing to embracing clean mobility and electric innovation, NADDC is creating jobs, empowering youth, and opening doors for investors. This is industrial rebirth in motion. Cleaner, smarter, locally built. The road ahead is clear. The engine is running. The destination, a prosperous, self-reliant Nigeria. This is Automotive Hour, powered by NADDC, driving Nigeria's future, engineered for progress. Learn more at www.naddc.gov.ng. A nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial wealth. Welcome to Nigeria's Automotive Revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council (NADDC) is leading the way with a bold vision to make Nigeria Africa's automotive hub and a mission aligned with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From building homegrown capacity to promoting local manufacturing to embracing clean mobility and electric innovation, NADDC is creating jobs, empowering youth, and opening doors for investors. This is industrial rebirth.
Good evening and welcome to Automotive Hour, broadcasting live on Kaftan television from our Abuja studio. I am Chinaza Asewo, and it's a pleasure to have you join us again today. Now, on today's edition, we'll take you to Zamfara State, where the National Automotive Design and Development Council (NADDC) has commissioned a state-of-the-art automotive training center aimed at equipping young Nigerians with industry-relevant skills. As Nigeria continues to strengthen its automotive sector, investments in technical education, innovation and workforce development are becoming critical to driving industry growth, creating jobs and supporting the nation's transition to cleaner mobility. We'll bring you the highlight from the commissioning ceremony, hear from the key government officials and industry stakeholders, and explore how this initiative is positioning the Northwest as a hub for automotive excellence. Stay with us as we bring you another insightful edition of Automotive Hour. Examining education, security, the economy, and the pressing issues defining the state of the nation.
Anybody who says give Tinubu more time doesn't like Tinubu at all.
Insightful conversations, hard questions, real answers, no spin.
Each day you are sleeping, whether on the daytime or in the night, all your eyes will be open. You cannot give more time to a government that has limited time.
From power to the people, from policy to practice, this is where leadership meets accountability. This is where your voice is heard.
We don't take money and give to rich people.
They have to tell us what they're using the money for.
They cannot determine what happens to the PDP tomorrow.
If it matters to Nigeria, it is under the spotlight.
It is only in the tenure of Professor Charles Soludo that
A nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people, and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial rebirth. Welcome to Nigeria's Automotive Revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, is leading the way with a bold vision to make Nigeria Africa's automotive hub and a mission aligned with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From building homegrown capacity to promoting local manufacturing to embracing clean mobility and electric innovation, NADDC is creating jobs, empowering youth, and opening doors for investors. This is industrial rebirth in motion. Cleaner, smarter, locally built. The road ahead is clear. The engine is running. The destination, a prosperous, self-reliant Nigeria. This is Automotive Hour, powered by NADDC, driving Nigeria's future. Engineered for progress. Learn more at www.naddc.gov.ng. A nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives our economy, connects our people, and powers industry. It's movement, transportation, it's transformation. This is Automotive Hour, showcasing Nigeria's drive towards industrial rebirth. Welcome to Nigeria's Automotive Revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, is leading the way with a bold vision to make Nigeria Africa's automotive hub and a mission aligned with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From building homegrown capacity to promoting local manufacturing to embracing clean mobility and electric innovation, NADDC is
The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to developing Nigeria's automotive industry through strategic investment in technical education and workforce development. That commitment is taking shape in Gusau Zamfara State, where the National Automotive Design and Development Council, in partnership with Patson Industry Limited and the Zamfara State government, has established a modern automotive training center designed as a center of excellence for automotive technology, innovation, and practical skills acquisition. The facility is expected to serve not only Zamfara State, but the entire Northwest region by equipping young Nigerians with industry-relevant skills needed to drive the country's industrial growth.
And to the benefit of the youth and the people of Zamfara State, I commissioned this facility today, the 11th day of June 2026. The NADDC Automotive Training Center, Gusau, Zamfara State, was commissioned on this day, 11th June 2026, by me, the Honorable Minister of Industry.
Commissioning the center, the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Owen Eno, described the project as another milestone in the federal government's industrialization agenda. He said the initiative reflects the administration's commitment to the Nigerian First policy, local content development, and sustainable economic growth through human capital development. The minister noted that the center will promote innovation, entrepreneurship, and technical excellence, while preparing Nigerian youth for opportunities within the rapidly evolving automotive industry.
Well, I think that, this project in itself is a credit to partnership and to collaboration between the federal government and the subnational, in this case, Zamfara State. And I think that I'm glad that, earlier on when I paid the governor a courtesy call, there was the issue about, charging points and all of that, the charging infrastructure, especially for the 200 pieces of vehicles that are coming in. And the NADDC DG made a commitment to that. I mean, that is the way it should be, and that is the way it will be in terms of the collaboration between the federal government and the state government, especially a state government that is ready. I find Zamfara ready. Opportunities will come, but when they come, will the environment at home be ready? The Zamfara environment is more than ready. Well, I think that I have seen a new Zamfara. I mean, I've seen a Zamfara being led by a leadership that has purpose. I mean, a lot of the things that I've seen on TV, I've had a chance to see them firsthand today. And I think that I congratulate the governor. I mean, I drove with him from the governor's office to this venue, and I saw how much he was being applauded, by the citizens of Zamfara from both sides of the road. I mean, it's loved, and what it means is that our people appreciate good leadership, and that's what Zamfara has. And I'm glad to be part of it.
For the Zamfara state government, the Automotive Training Center represents a strategic investment in the future of its young people. Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal described the project as a timely intervention that will expand opportunities for skills acquisition, job creation, and economic empowerment across the state.
The global automotive industry is undergoing unprecedented transformation. Advances in different aspects of electric mobility, alternative fuel technologies, smart diagnostic, and digital system are redefining transportation worldwide. The transition toward cleaner energy solutions, particularly CNG powered, as well as electric vehicles, present both challenges and opportunities for emerging economies such as Nigeria. As government, we recognize that the future belongs to the society that invests in knowledge, innovation, as well as human capital development. It is therefore imperative that our youth acquire industry-relevant competencies that enable them to compete favorably in the rapidly evolving global economy. It was this conviction that informed one of my earliest engagements after assuming office in 2023. Barely a month into this administration, I personally visited the headquarters of NADDC in Abuja to seek strategic collaboration to equip our youth with practical technical skills in automotive technology. A simple but profound belief drove the engagement. Empowering our youth with employable skills is one of the most effective ways to combat poverty, unemployment, and social insecurity. I'm delighted that the vision we shared then has today materialized. Today, therefore, represents a significant milestone in our collective commitment to youth empowerment, skills acquisition, technological advancement, and sustainable economic development in Zamfara State. It also opens the door to opportunities, innovation, self-reliance, and prosperity for our young, agile people. Furthermore, the establishment of this center aligns with the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, particularly the commitment to youth development, industrialization, and the adoption of a cleaner energy alternative through the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative. It also ties with the 6-point rescue agenda of the Zamfara State government, especially our priorities of economic revitalization, youth empowerment, human capital development, as well as sustainable infrastructural development.
He noted that the initiative aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda while complementing the state's effort to build a more productive and self-reliant workforce. The governor also commended the National Automotive Design and Development Council for locating a facility in Zamfara State, expressing confidence that the center will become a catalyst for industrial growth throughout the region.
This place in Zamfara State is strategic and is also in partnership in the national drive towards automotive industrialization as well as clean energy transition. Furthermore, this development comes at a particularly auspicious moment as the Zamfara State government is currently procuring approximately over 200 electric vehicles to strengthen our interstate transportation system. This automotive training center will serve as a critical technical hub for the maintenance, diagnostic and servicing of these electric vehicles, thereby ensuring sustainability, efficiency and value for public investment. Our administration firmly believes that investing in technical and vocational education remains one of the most sustainable approaches to reducing unemployment, stimulating entrepreneurship, and enhancing economic productivity. Consequently, we shall continue to support programs and initiatives that empower our youth with practical skills that can transform their lives as well as that of their communities. I wish to use this opportunity to call upon private sector organizations, development partners, financial institutions, federal agencies and philanthropic organizations to partner with the Zamfara State government in expanding opportunities for skill development and youth empowerment. Sustainable development requires collective efforts as well as strategic collaboration. To NADDC and all partners involved in this initiative, I assure you of the continued support and cooperation of the Zamfara government in ensuring the success and sustainability of this center. Together, we can build a generation of skilled, innovative. As a demonstration of our commitment toward the effective management and sustainability of this facility, the state government has already initiated the process of constructing an access road to this center to improve accessibility as well as operational efficiency. Once again, I congratulate the graduating trainees and commend all stakeholders whose efforts have culminated in this remarkable achievement. May this automotive training center continue to serve as a beacon of excellence, innovation, and opportunity for generations to come. The good thing about us here in Zamfara is once we make promises, we fulfill those promises, inshallah. I'm happy to tell you that that same company that is in Nasarawa is also ready to invest over 200 billion naira in Zamfara State as we speak. Meanwhile, the lithium, like you said, in Nigeria today, we have the best, the highest quality, and the numbers are there based on the exploration that we've done. So we are ready to go. Zamfara is ready, and we are all ready. Production will start very soon. So we'll be the major supplier of lithium battery, not just in Nigeria, but across the globe, inshallah. It's just a matter of time.
The commissioning also coincided with the graduation of 100 youth who successfully completed a specialized mechatronics training program, receiving certificates after intensive practical instruction. According to the Director General, the graduates represent a new generation of skilled professionals who will contribute to local manufacturing, innovation, and sustainable economic development.
I'm pleased that this center has commenced operations on a very strong footing, and today we celebrate the graduation of 100 pioneer trainees who have completed intensive training in specialized mechatronics involving the repair and maintenance of petrol and CNG tricycles and motorcycles. I've been informed that beyond technical competence, they have been equipped with confidence and capacity to become entrepreneurs, employees of labor, and contribute to economic growth. I therefore congratulate our graduating trainees on this remarkable achievement. Your graduation today marks the beginning of a new dawn filled with eminent opportunities and responsibilities. The certificates and empowerment tools you receive today are indeed symbols of completion, as they represent the trust and investment placed in your potential. I urge you to embrace professionalism, integrity, and excellence in your practice. The automotive industry is dynamic and technological innovation continue to emerge rapidly. Therefore, continuous learning and adaptation must become part of your professional culture. Make effective use of this center to upgrade your skills, pursue certification, and remain relevant in this highly competitive field. I'm proud to note that Gusau now hosts one of the commissioned and operational NIGCOMSAT Automotive Training Center in Nigeria, so congratulations to all of us.
At the heart of the initiative is the National Automotive Design and Development Council's vision of building a skilled workforce capable of supporting Nigeria's growing automotive sector. Director General of NADDC, Otumba Oluwemimo Chusevosenipin, said the Automotive Training Center has been equipped with modern facilities designed to provide practical, industry-driven training for technicians, artisans, students, and automotive entrepreneurs. He explained that the center will strengthen technical capacity, facilitate technology transfer, and support Nigeria's transition to cleaner mobility through specialized training in the maintenance and repair of both petrol-powered and compressed natural gas cycles.
We already have about 200 CNG vehicles that are going through clearing in Lagos, and after the clearing, they are all coming to Zamfara. We also have the mass transit that we're importing from China. They are also on their way to Zamfara State. So seeing this thing has really made me so calm and delighted that yes, we're ready to move forward as far as technology is concerned. That is one. Two, I'm also imagining the number of youth that will be employed, that will be trained to be self-reliant, self-sufficient under this program. I mean, I have nothing to say but to say thank you very much to my very good friend, the Honorable Minister, who is here with his team to officially commission this project. What I met, or the promises I made to him, is that we're going to make this place much better than he can imagine. When next he comes here, he will see a different environment. If you're talking about solid minerals in Nigeria today, Zamfara has the highest mineral deposit, be it gold, be it lithium, copper, name it. So we are formalizing that sector, and part of the process now, we are going into partnership with a company in China. I'm sure you saw what they did in Nasarawa. The next place is Zamfara. As a matter of fact, I'll be in China next month to formalize all the process, and they are coming to Zamfara to invest over 200 billion naira. You can imagine what that will do for the economy of Zamfara State in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education, healthcare, name it. It presents a very positive development and a milestone achievement. You know, Zamfara is facing banditry and other criminal activities. This is happening due to idleness of the youth. Once all this are in place now, you can imagine how they will be engaged. I'm sure if you tell them to go into any criminal activity, they will tell you no. This is what is happening in Kano. That is why still in Kano today, they have less criminal issues, because the people of Kano are commercially oriented, just like Zamfara. And I keep saying, in those days, when you talk about commercial activities in northern Nigeria, Kano was one, and then Gusau then as a local government was second, but we lost it. So we're bringing back that glory.
The commissioning of the NADDC Automotive Training Center marks another step in the federal government's drive to strengthen technical education and build the skilled workforce needed for Nigeria's industrial transformation. With modern facilities, practical training, and a growing focus on clean energy technologies such as CNG, stakeholders believe the center will help create jobs, stimulate entrepreneurship, and position the Northwest as a key hub for automotive innovation. Do you know what the National Automotive Design and Development Council (NADDC) does? NADDC is the federal agency responsible for developing and promoting Nigeria's automotive industry through policies that encourage local manufacturing, innovation, and sustainable mobility. Do you know that Nigeria's automotive industry is undergoing a major transformation? Yes, under NADDC's leadership, the sector is being repositioned to become sustainable, technology-driven, and globally competitive while creating jobs and boosting industrial growth. Do you know who currently leads NADDC? The council is led by Oluwemi Moju who assumed office in October 2023 and has intensified efforts to strengthen local vehicle production and innovation. Do you know what NADD's vision is for Nigeria's automotive industry? The council aims to transform Nigeria into an eco-friendly automotive manufacturing hub powered by modern technology, skilled manpower, and local content development. Do you know why NADDC is promoting compressed natural gas (CNG) and electric vehicle (EVs)? CNG and EVs provide cleaner, more affordable, and environmentally friendly transportation alternatives while reducing dependence on conventional fuels. Do you know about the Presidential CNG Initiative? Through the initiative, NADDC has organized awareness campaigns and state-level summit while supporting plans to facilitate the conversion of up to 1 million vehicles annually to CNG. Do you know that NADDC is supporting the expansion of EV charging infrastructure? Yes, the council is promoting the rollout of EV charging stations to prepare Nigeria for the future of clean mobility. Do you know that NADDC is developing automotive industrial hubs across Nigeria? Yes, the council is supporting the development of automotive hubs in strategic locations such as Lagos, Owerri, and Sokoto to boost local manufacturing and attract investment. Do you know that NADDC is investing in skills development? Yes, the council has established 22 automotive training centers across the country to develop the skilled workforce needed for the industry. Do you know that NADDC has developed standards for modern automotive skills? It has introduced national occupational standards covering CNG retrofitting, EV maintenance, mechatronics, and agricultural machinery while working towards a standardized certification systems. Do you know that NADDC is promoting local content? The council encourages the local production of key automotive components such as tires and batteries to reduce imports and strengthen Nigeria's automotive value chain. Do you know that NADDC supports responsible vehicle recycling? Yes, the approval of end-of-life vehicle regulations promotes a circular economy through proper vehicle recycling and waste management. Do you know that NADDC is partnering with global technology firms and academic institutions? These partnerships provide advanced engineering software and technical resources to improve vehicle design, structural analysis, and indigenous automotive development. Do you know that NADDC works closely with local manufacturers? Yes, the council conducts oversight visits and engages indigenous vehicle manufacturers and component assemblers to strengthen quality standards and increase local participation in the industry. What is the focus of Automotive Hour? Automotive Hour highlights the policies, innovation, investments, and opportunities driven Nigerians' journey towards a competitive, sustainable, and self-reliant automotive industry.
Thank you for joining us as we highlighted how strategic investments in automotive skill and development are shaping the future of Nigeria's industrial landscape. We hope today's program has given you valuable insights into the role of innovation, technical education, and human capital development in advancing the nation's automotive industry. I am Chinaza Asewu. This is Kaftan TV, and remember that this program is fully sponsored by NIDCOMSAT, National Automotive Design and Development Council. Until we come your way next week, keep watching Kaftan Television, and may God bless Nigeria.
A nation rich with potential, where innovation meets resilience and ambition fuels every journey. One sector drives